This is Michael David Cobb Bowen for Cobb Vision. It's been a while since I've cut a video, but I just wanted to get you guys up to date. We've had a very exciting week here in August, the last week of August. It's Labor Day weekend, and we have a lot to think about, don't we? Well, I could go on about the DNC, which was an interesting theater, and I think it served Barack Obama very well. But I'm not going to dwell on that so much as I am, since I am a Republican, on John McCain's choice of Sarah Palin as his running mate. I think this is not quite a slam dunk, but it is a three-pointer from mid-court. We have yet to see if it's the game winner, but it was certainly a ballsy move, and it is the bone that the conservatives have wanted from McCain for a very long time. I was one of those people who knew that Sarah Palin had her own kind of underground cult following, if you will. A lot of conservatives wanted to draft her as a multicultural answer to Barack Obama. I didn't. I kind of discounted the possibility, and I thought he would go with Tom Ridge, but I didn't realize that Tom Ridge was pro-choice. Anyway, we have to deal with reality as it is, and I'm going to tell you exactly how I see Sarah Palin. You may notice that I wear a little facial hair. You may notice that there's not many people in Congress, and certainly very few in the executive branch, if any, who wear facial hair. And if you want to talk about being out of touch with America, you kind of notice that there's a lot of people who you wouldn't think you'd catch dead with a mustache or a beard. And that would include your local TV anchor, unless they're the weather guy or the sports reporter. And that includes your governors, your senators, and that whole yuppie class of lawyers and accountants who oftentimes don't get it. And there have been times when I've had fantasies, and probably you have too, especially when Al Gore put on that plaid work shirt, where you're like, don't you wish there was somebody out there who actually understood the working American? And the one guy that I can think of who actually does that, who a lot of people, is Mike Rowe, the host of Dirty Jobs, and as of late a spokesman for Ford Trucks. He spent a lot of time out there with hardworking Americans, and he understands it. Oddly enough, he doesn't often wear the beard. So when I think of Sarah Palin, from Alaska, mother of 5, that's kind of what I think of. She is the female equivalent of a guy in a plaid work shirt. And I think the more that we find out about her as she gets on the talk shows, that's going to come across. And people are going to find out what conservatives like about her and why she is a very appealing and attractive candidate for vice president. No, she doesn't have great opinions on law and economics. She's not going to be a wonky person. But we have a lot of wonky people who don't get it right. And I think perhaps it's time for us to put a more representative working American in that position. So we'll see if it works out. Like I said, it's a risky move, it's a surprising move, and it's something that all the conservative pundits that I've been listening to over the past 24 hours have been raving and excited about. So even if you're not a Republican insider, you know something interesting and different is going on here. And McCain is not as boring as we thought he was. Anyway, this is Michael David Cobb Bowen for Cobb Vision. Peace. And grow some hair.